Alright kids, here we are again. This time we're on yet another road called Loop Road. And we were here not that long ago, but we didn't get anywhere because the road was closed. But there was another road that turned off of it, and that's what I want to explore today. So that is exactly what we're going to do once we get there. And we're almost there, so we're going to do it.
Well, that's a dead end.
That's not the one I'm talking about. The one we turned around in last time. Pretty sure that went off into the wilderness. And that's what we're going to find out. If I'm wrong, well, this is just going to be a repeat of last time.
Yeah.
6,900 dead ends. Well, it's called Han Road and it connects to something. What it connects to, we're going to find out.
Now the road's not closed.
But we're not going that way anyway because I don't care. So here we are. We are now on Han Road, which is very narrow. Very, very narrow. And I was trying to think of what a theme for tonight's video could be. And I just now pulled a theme out of my ass. So, the dumbest shit that we've ever seen.
Okay.
That's what tonight's video is going to be about when we come up with stories. It's going to be the dumbest shit we've ever seen.
Alright.
And I'm going to start with one. This happened at where I work. This lady comes up to my checkout line at my store.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we fucked up. Something went screwy. Anyway, like I said, she came to my checkout line and she had this carpet cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I just rung it up. She had her like her teenage daughter with her. And I rung it up, didn't think twice about it. And I tell her total, and she's kind of a space case, just kind of staring off, one eye this direction, one eye that direction, like whatever. I see him every day. She hands me our store's credit card, and I point to the machine on the end of the counter. I'm like, oh, you can do that right there. She takes her card back and stares at the machine. She's like, oh, well, but I'm not using a credit card. Like, well, you just handed me your credit card. And she takes one look at it and takes one look at me with that, what the fuck are you talking about look? And she's like, I thought that was a bonus card.
No.
And the company that I work for does not have a bonus card. And I made her aware of that. And of course, at this point, her teenage daughter is just rolling. She is just dying laughing. And this lady pays me cash, takes her carpet cleaner, and leaves. And I told my one supervisor about this, and she just looked at me in pure disbelief and then just started dying laughing too. And then I did not see eye to eye with this supervisor at all, but one thing that we both laughed about was when she said, I bet she was wondering why she was getting an $800 bill at the end of the month after all of her stuff was free.
Yeah.
I mean, that is fucking stupid. Because in order to get our store credit card, you have to consciously apply for it. Like, we don't hand them out at the front door. We have signs by the checkouts that advertise said credit card. You have to give, like, your driver's license and all your information and stuff to get a credit card through the store.
Yep.
And you have to ask for it. Like, they're not just gonna do it, you know? The only possible way I can think of that this lady did not get that through her head was she just saw the sign that's, you know, said get this many dollars back, and she just points at, I want that, and then they just ran the application process without any further conversation, and she just waited for it to come in the mail. That's the only way I could think that could have possibly happened. Because for you to consciously apply for a store credit card and then not know what you just applied for, you have to be fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That was one of my dumbest things I've ever seen. And I mean, I work in a place where I see a lot of stuff like that. I won't say which store it is, but I think most of you could probably figure it out for yourself. But I'm obligated not to mention it by name. But anyway, that's one. And we are now on a dirt road. We started out on pavement, now we're on like a dirt road.
Yeah.
I'd never been on this dirt road before to my recollection.
Oh.
But we're here. There's no disputing that. We are here. We're not somewhere else. We're here.
Fuck no.
Losing your mind over there.
Well, I'd kick much better.
Well, it's better than kicking the bucket.
True.
Yeah. Now we're coming up on something else. Looks like Ramsey Hollow. I don't know where that is, but we're coming up on it.
No clue.
I don't know. Never heard of it. Oh, we found a barn with a American flag on it.
Can't see it, but
Can't really see it. We can see it. You can't. Yeah, this ain't Hollywood. We don't have proper lighting.
no.
Let's see. We're coming up on Ramsey Hollow Road. And I see a stop sign up yonder.
So that means that.
That means we're there. I don't know where there is, but we're there. Now, we've got some left and we've got some right. And that way goes downhill and that way goes uphill. And I'm in an up mood, so we're going up.
Straight up?
Straight the fuck up. We're launching this shit into outer space.
Cool.
That's right. Deer.
Yeah, eating the fucking corn.
Yeah.
Sons of bitches. Alright, Bug, you are pissing me the fuck off.
Yeah, we got a bug problem here. Alright, there we go. I think we got it.
I don't think so. Some bitch is still flying around.
Well, fuck.
I got him.
Got it?
Nope.
Nope.
Yep.
Yep.
Got it. Fucker.
Yes, no, maybe so.
Yeah, I squished him. I heard him go squish.
Here we go. Alright. So, let's see. Another story of the dumbest things I've ever seen. And if anybody else got one, feel free to butt in. But, here's another one that happened at the store where I work. And I think I'm going to stick to the right here. Anyway, I was walking by the bathroom one day. And I hear this weird combination of sounds. I hear beep, beep, boom. Beep, beep, boom. And I'm thinking, what the fuck is that? So I go in the bathroom to investigate. You know, going in, not knowing what I'm going to find. Not sure if I want to find what I'm going to find. I go in there and I immediately see what this mysterious noise is. Some old guy had one of the store's scooters trapped in the handicap stall.
As soon as I knew what he said about the beep, beep, oh, I knew what he was talking about.
Now, I want to make it known, because unless you know me personally and know where I work, this isn't going to really
Make any sense.
But the store where I work in, the bathrooms have like a serpentine you have to walk through to get into the bathroom. Like, they don't have a proper door on them. There's just a wall that blocks your view from seeing in.
Yeah.
And it's not that wide.
No.
To get that scooter in there, it would have taken one hell of a precise maneuver.
Mm-hmm.
And furthermore, how in the fuck he got this thing in the stall is beyond me.
I don't know.
Now, logic would tell you if you got it in, you would get it out.
Yeah.
He seemed to have a problem with reverse process. So I helped him get it out of there. And we got to the serpentine, and I had to literally pick the front end of this thing up and drag him out the door. And we kind of got stuck on the way out. So I told him, just get on it and give her hell. And I pulled that sumbitch out of there. And everybody's looking at me as I'm pulling on this scooter that's stuck in the doorway, like, what the fuck is happening right now? But yeah, that is a true story. Like, you just don't make something like that up. Something like that can only happen where it happened.
Yeah.
You know. Another dumbest thing I ever saw. So, you know. Here's another dumbest thing I ever saw. I got a lot of back-to-back stories tonight because I don't know how far we're going to travel because, quite frankly, I don't know where the fuck we are. But anyway, where I live, you know, used to be my grandmother's house. And one time she wanted to get our garage roof painted because it's a tin roof.
Yeah.
I don't know where she found this guy. I don't know how he got involved.
Whoa, kiss me ass turn.
All I know.
And a kiss me ass turn and a driveway.
Alright, I'll go with that. Anyway, I don't know where she found this guy, how he got involved with this. Well, I know where he's from, but I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah.
She bought all the 5-gallon buckets of roof paint that were necessary, and somehow she got this guy to come do the roof. Again, I don't know how she found this guy, and I don't want to know how she found this guy.
No.
It's not, and I want to make it very clear, he did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
It looked fine when he was done. He did a very decent job, it was well done, and all that stuff. He left a note when he was done so that she could send him a check.
I'm laughing because I know what he's going to
And
say.
if you are this guy, I'm very sorry I have to do this to you, but I gotta say your name in order for this story to make sense.
Yeah.
Although I'm guessing, based on what I'm about to say, you might not own a computer. But anyway.
Yeah.
There is a place a few miles down the road from where we live called Shirleysburg.
Yup.
Okay, that's an important bit of information.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's note said, Ed T-E-H Pianter, Shirleybrug, PA.
Yeah. Ed Pianter, Shirleybrug.
This guy couldn't spell for shit. And it looked like a kindergartner.
I was just gonna say, I think a kindergartner probably could have spelled better than what he could.
Well, it looked like a kindergartner wrote it.
Worse than Dean?
I haven't really ever seen Dean's writing, so I don't know. And we're actually coming back up on Loop Road again.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so somehow we made a fucking circle. But anyway.
And there's 26 again.
I don't remember if this guy wrote the rest of his address or what. I just remember that part of the note.
Ed Pianter,
Shirleybrug. So yeah, there's another dumbest thing I ever saw. Now, I will say to Ed's credit that he was at least literate enough to get his point across.
Yup.
So it's not, you know, he did better than some people. So I will give credit where credit is due. You know, you tried, Ed. You tried.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was another dumbest thing I've ever seen. So yeah, and I think this is the part where we go left. But yeah.
We're back on Route 26.
Yeah, we are pretty much just a skip and a bump down the road from where we started. But you know, that's better than ending up in the middle of no fucking where completely lost now, isn't it?
Where is it now? Shit.
Where's what, who, where?
Fuck, where the hell's the place that the light poles stop?
Oh, yeah. Siglerville.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have to do that for one of these videos sometime, but we're not anywhere near there this time, so it won't be this time. I will promise right now, for the record, one day on this series, we will visit Siglerville.
But we'll have to do it during the day, so that way it makes perfect sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll start a little earlier than we usually do.
Yeah.
But it might not be the next episode, it might not be the one after, but it will happen.
Yep.
And I don't want to talk too much about it in case we do get around to that, but all I will say is it freaked me the fuck out.
Yep.
Now I'm going to deviate away from the dumbest things I've ever seen stories, because that little segue there reminded me of something else.
Oh, Jesus.
And you Stephen King fans out there might appreciate this.
Oh.
I'm not a big Stephen King fan, but, you know, I don't hate Stephen King. I'm just not into that. But anyway, there is a place not far from here, as a matter of fact. But, it's near State College.
Mm-hmm.
It's practically in State College. It's not, but it's near there.
Right.
It's called Lamont.
Oh.
Now, if you're from Lamont, I'm sure it's a nice town. I'm sure you're a bunch of nice people. But your town freaks me the fuck out.
Yeah.
It looks like a place you would see in a Stephen King movie.
Yeah.
I don't know why I feel that way about Lamont, but every time I go anywhere near there, it gives me the abso-fucking-loot creeps. And we're making it right. But yeah, I refuse to go there.
Yeah. Oh, look, deer.
I mean, it might... Driving through there...
Oh, and a baby deer.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, look, two of them. Oh.
Cool. Driving through there might be the shortest way to get to where I want to go, depending on where I'm going, but I will avoid it.
Nope.
I'll take the long way.
Yep.
I don't go to Lamont. I don't go anywhere near Lamont if I can help it. And again, if you're from there, I'm sorry, but I just do not like your town.
Nope.
So yeah, that was a little deviation from the theme tonight, but I kind of wanted to mention that in case it got lost deep in the catacombs of my mind, like many things have been known to do. We're now in Corn Post Mills.
Now, I have the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
All right.
It's not... Well, it happened at work. I won't say where I worked, and I won't say what happened, or I won't say who did it. But it just so happened to be to a brand new vehicle with 8,000 miles on it. Brand new 2013 Chrysler 200. A $30,000 car. He's laughing because he knows what the fuck
I
I'm
know
gonna say.
exactly what you're going to say, so I'm shutting the fuck up.
Person that I work with is doing the very first inspection and very first oil change on this car. It was not me. I will say that. It was not
I
me.
will vouch for that. It was not him.
Gets all pissed off because I come out and told him, that's my boss. Sorry, I had to say it. Say my boss's name, but I highly doubt he'll ever watch this. But
That's what editing's for.
yeah. But said that the car that the owner wanted full synthetic oil. Came out, told him it gets an oil change, it gets full oil. After he already had done the inspection, mind you, he got all pissed off because didn't tell him that it got an oil change and a full synthetic oil change to boot. Watch, this turns a bitch.
Yes, it is.
Now, me and another friend and my father are standing there watching this. Why we didn't say anything before he went and lifted the fucking vehicle, I don't know. But the outcome was priceless. He sets the lift underneath the driver's side or the passenger side of the vehicle. Okay? Leaves the door open on the driver's side. Goes on the passenger side to lift the vehicle. He did not put the lift arms underneath the vehicle on the driver's side, and lifts the car by the door on the passenger side. Lowers the vehicle as we're fucking screaming at him. You just lift the car by the door. You just lift the car by the door. What the fuck is wrong with you? Put the fucking car down. Then the stupid motherfucker continues to slam the door shut, acting like it's going to shut. The fucking door is 8 inches up above the top of the fucking car. It's not going to shut, you fucking moron. $30,000 car.
Oh, yeah.
The damage came out to 15 grand.
Uh-huh.
That whole left side of the fucking car had to be replaced. That's half the price of the fucking car.
Uh-huh.
And my boss, his excuse was, shit happens. And I will stop there before I say something stupid.
It's alright. When I edit this, I'll just bleep out his name.
But go ahead.
Anyway, since you told that story, I'm going to tell a story about the same person. Because this is one that you told me, and I, to this day, still think it's funny as fuck.
Alright.
This same guy that he works with was trying to start a car.
Yeah.
Now, most of you may or may not know that some cars only have one key and some cars have two keys, one for the ignition and one for the doors.
Mm-hmm. That's like like mid-90s is when that stopped.
Yeah. Now
all they have is one key or a key fob.
Right. For you youngins out there that don't know that, cars used to need keys. But anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. We're getting fucking old, you know that?
Yeah.
Anyway. He's sitting there turning and turning and turning the key in this car and nothing's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And every time someone says something to him, try the other key, he just keeps turning the key. Like a dumbass.
Yep.
And he tried this for how long?
At least a half an hour.
At least a half an hour.
Yeah.
Turning this key. Now, I think you kind of put 12 and 12 together by now. It was the wrong fucking key.
Yeah.
They look the same, but it was the door key.
He put them up together and he told my boss, he said, they're the same fucking key. And then my boss looks at him and says, no, they're not.
They
look at them closer.
They looked unbelievably similar.
Yes.
However, not the same.
Yes. But they were not.
Right.
The reason being was the lock cylinders were changed on the doors because the lock cylinders went bad.
Right.
They still had the same ignition key, but the lock cylinders had to be changed.
Right. So even though the keys look damn near the same, they weren't.
They still had Chrysler, or they still had Ford on them, but
right.
They were not.
It was the wrong fucking key. Anyway, I had to tell that story.
And needless to say, I was the one that found it.
Mm-hmm.
I walked over and I said to him, let me see. I take the other key out, I take that key out, put the other key in. What do you know? The fucking car starts.
Uh-huh.
Now look at him. I'm not fucking stupid.
Right.
Unlike you.
Right. So, yeah. That is one of my favorite stories.
But another one. Same guy at work.
All right. We're getting into the juicy shit now.
This has to be the funniest thing I've ever seen. But in another sense, I know it fucking hurt. He's heating up a brake caliper slide bracket.
Oh, God.
To get an unstuck caliper slide pin out.
And for those of you that don't know what any of this shit is, Google it.
Google it. Wikipedia will tell you anything. Google will tell you anything.
You're right.
But anyway, he's heating this bracket up with a torch, and he has a pair of channel locks on the pin, and he's moving it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Sorry, my Jersey accent come out there a little bit. But anyway, all of a sudden I hear this boom, and it sounded like a fucking gunshot. I know it fucking hurt because that goddamn pair of fucking vice grips and that fucking pin come flying the fuck out of there and hit him right in the chest.
Oh, nice.
He's laying on the floor, drops the fucking torch, laying there. Oh, I can't breathe. Oh, I can't breathe. Oh, I think I cracked a rib. Oh, I need to go to the ER. My dad looks at the Mac tool guy, just happened to witness this, and just sold him those pair of vice grips.
Nice.
Hey, you all right? My dad looks at the Mac tool guy, and I will say his name. His name is John Manson. Very nice guy. He wouldn't say shit if he had a mouthful. But anyway, my dad looks at him, says, John, you know, he's a real good fucking actor. He's fine. And John looks at my dad and says, no shit, Keith, but that had to fucking hurt.
Oh, wonderful.
Says to the guy, hey, you know you left the torch on, and it's lit, and it's leaning awfully close to the acetylene tank. Turns the torch off, stands up, goes in, tells the boss what happened. You'll be fine, get back to work.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just get you a new caliper and bracket and just put it the fuck together. Another one.
Well, before you tell this one, I got one that I don't want to forget. So
all right, go ahead.
This is a torch story.
Oh, fuck.
I didn't witness this one, but it was way back when we were in school, and everybody was talking about it when it happened. I used to have a friend that I hung out with at school. He was kind of derpy.
A derp.
You know who I'm talking about. I won't say who he is, because, you know, I kind of miss the dumb bastard. But anyway.
I know who you're... Yeah. Yeah.
I knew this kid since we were in like 3rd grade, and he was a derp, but he was a lovable derp. He was our derp.
Mm-hmm.
There was a shop in our school. It wasn't the wood shop. It was like it was back then they called vocational agriculture. I don't know what the fuck they call it these days because they changed the name. But anyway, and they had a torch in there and a mixing chamber. Someone thought that it was an intelligent idea to let this guy use the torch for something. I don't know what he used it for. I don't know what he was doing or how this series of events happened, but it happened. He set the thing down while it was lit and caught the mixing chamber on fire. I was not surprised when I was informed of this. But yeah, I just wanted to tell that little story. He set a lit torch down on something and caught it on fire. Because apparently somewhere deep in the depths of his strange little mind, the idea of turning something the fuck off never occurred to him.
Yeah.
Anyway, now you tell your story since I got that out of my system.
Okay. Same guy. Again. Not this. Well, this is just one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Note to self: do not pry on a stabilizer bar on a Jeep. All it is a shock. You're going to crush it, and then you're going to lose your grip, because guess what? You crush it, the fluid's going to come out, and it's going to get, you know,
It's gonna make
oil's
a mess.
Oil's going to be everywhere.
Yeah, it's gonna make a mess.
Well, yeah. He's prying on a stabilizer strut for the steering. Okay? To try to put locating arms in the front. This is a newer, like a 2001 or 2002 Jeep, okay? And he's prying on it while I'm trying to stick one bolt in the other hole and one hole on the arm, and the other guy that works there is trying to put the other bolt in the other.
We derped again. This camera's being a piece of shit tonight. Anyway.
Anywho, what I was saying was the other guy was putting the bolt in the one hole while I was sticking the other bolt in the other one, while the dipshit was prying on the stabilizer bar. Like I said, he pried on the shock. All the fluid leaked, or he punctured through it. The fluid leaked out. His pry bar slipped. He falls on his ass. Leans up against falls up against his fucking toolbox and his ass. He's sitting on the floor for 30 seconds, crying, practically. Oh, my head. Oh, my back. Oh, my ass. Oh, I gotta go to the hospital. Oh, I probably have a concussion. Oh. The phone rings. Phone is right next to the phone in the shop is right next to that guy's toolbox that injured himself, that fell. So the service manager answers the phone and says, "Hey," puts him through to Scott, puts the person through to the owner. Boss gets off the phone again. Service manager calls the owner, says, "Hey, look, he fell. You might want to come out here and check him out." Hangs up the phone with him. Turns around, looks at him, and, "Hey, you might want to move. I just shit myself." I literally just, he said, "It's probably going to stink because I think I might have to shit. So you'll have to do this on your own." He shot up like he had fucking shock absorbers on his fucking feet.
Oh yeah, I remember that story.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah. Alright, well, we've been talking about the dumbest things we've ever seen that happened to other people. Now I'm going to tell one about myself.
Oh my god.
This one's not a big story, but it's just something that I remember doing, and it's stupid, and I don't know why or how, or there's no explanation for this. It just happened. It's not anything spectacular, but it happened. Good many years ago, I was at my grandmother's place, which is, as I said before, is now my place. But anyway, back then, I went in the kitchen. This was in the evening.
Yeah.
In the kitchen to get a drink. I had the TV remote with me. And I got in the fridge, poured the shit that I was drinking into my cup. Now, I don't know how I got to... I'm just going to explain this. When it was all said and done, for reasons that I cannot comprehend, I put the picture of stuff that I had up in the cabinet where the cups go.
Yeah.
I put my drink in the fridge. And mind you, I had gotten ice out of the freezer to put in the cup, and for some reason I put the remote in the freezer. Went back in the living room and sat down and didn't go back in with any of the shit that I walked out with.
And how fucking tired were you?
I don't remember, but it must have been pretty damn tired.
Or what in the complete ass were you on?
Nothing to my awareness. I sat there watching whatever it is I was watching at the time, which I don't remember what the fuck it was, not that it matters.
God.
And then I remembered that, oh, I still don't have my drink. So I go back in to get another cup, because I apparently forgot that I had just done all the shit that I just did. And there's a picture of the shit sitting in there, and I'm like, thinking, like, what the fuck just happened? So I got everything straightened out. Yeah, that was something that I did. And that's been a good while now. That was a long time ago.
Okay, since you told one about yourself, I will tell one about myself.
Sure, why the fuck not?
Dumb thing that I've ever done. One of the dumbest things that I've ever done.
Let's hear it.
Alright.
Sorry. Excuse me.
One of the dumbest things I've ever done was... Well, it wasn't only me, but it was a friend of mine from back in school. My dad had an old Toyota pickup.
I knew this was the story you were going to tell.
And he bought another one for the engine and a parts truck to fix his truck. Well, the hood was off, and my dad was starting to use the hood for the bed of his truck because the bed was starting to rust out. Well, my buddy and I got this bright idea. Okay, it's wintertime, there's fucking snow on the ground, perfect fucking sled. We rode on that damn thing for 25 minutes to half an hour. And we had that fucking snow packed down like ice. And yeah. I hop on it myself. I mean, at the time I was a lightweight, so there was barely any weight pushing down on that fucking sled. I went I weighed a little more back then. I went barrel assing down the fucking hill, and the fucking hood, which we were calling a sled at the time, the hood spun around with my back facing another bank. Well, my back slammed right up against the fucking bank. He comes flying down the hill. Holy shit, Cal, you alright? You alright? Nothing. I couldn't say nothing. I couldn't move. I thought I was fucking dead. He hollers up to my mom, Tina, come out here! So my mother comes flying out the door. She had the flu or something. She comes flying out the door and in her winter coat and her bedroom slippers. Comes flying out the door halfway down the bank. She says, oh my God, he's dead. And then all of a sudden I look up and I start moving my head, and then he says, nope, he's all right. I'll bring him up to the house. So he carries me up to the house, and then asks me, you know, can you feel your legs and shit like that? Yeah, I'm fine. Can you walk? Yeah. I was pretty fucked up for a while after that, but you know, that was stupid. That was one of the dumbest things I've ever done. Note to all you people, don't use a hood. And also, do not use motor oil on that hood to do that as well. Because that just makes it slicker in the fucking oil slick.
I've got a better story.
Oh shit.
About you.
Oh my god. Here we go.
I did not get to see this happen. I saw the aftermath. And to this day, I refuse to let Kyle live this down. And when we get back to the house, we're going to add an extra scene in here. Because I want to show something. What's going to be the last story of this video. It's about Dean.
Oh shit.
This is going to be a send-off, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Their dad had a 93 Dodge Dakota. He still has it, but it's no longer on the road, and you're going to find out why. But anyway, this one had a tent at the bottom of the yard. Shit. You knew this day would come when I would tell the world this story, so you might as well just sit there and take it.
Fucker, you.
Rather than just walking down there to get it, like a sensible person would do, he decides to take this truck through the yard and the fucking gloppy ass mud and shit and go get it. Sinks it clear up to the fucking axle. Has to call a friend of theirs to come and pull him out. It's like, way to go, dumbass. And there was ruts in the yard. The fucking truck is caked with mud. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just making a little lap around the block here just to have enough time to finish that story. But yeah, not one of your finer moments, now was it?
No, it was not.
But now everybody knows about it. Anyway, we're going to end this, what's probably now like a 40-minute segment right here. And when we get back home, I'm going to tell one last story about Dean, as I promised. And we're going to call this one an episode. Because I talked about that truck for a reason. And when we come back, I'm going to explain more. So we'll see you when we get there.
All right.
Alright, this is a little different than what you're used to seeing us do, but we're back, and this is the famous truck that, if you saw our lost footage video, this is the one we ran the pumpkin over with.
And it will be sadly missed.
We've done several things with and to this thing, and here, aim the light a little bit closer around the driver's side here. There's what it looks like. This is the one that Kyle sunk clear up to the axle. And I promised I was going to tell a story about Dean, and I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Over here is Dean's truck.
Yeah.
And over here is what he did. Crumpled the fuck out of the side of this truck backing into it. And that's all
he did to his was bash out.
Yeah, all he did was break a taillight. He fucking massacred this thing. But yeah, this thing was fun, and this was the same kind of truck that I used to have if you've seen some of our old videos. This is a 93 Dodge Dakota, and we had a lot of fun with this thing. But back here's the one that's replacing it.
Yep.
Newer version.
2000 Dodge Dakota.
There we go.
4.7 V8.
So yeah, this is the dumbest thing that Dean's done recently. And that's all we need to say about that.
But the demise of the truck was what killed it. Was the transmission?
Yeah, this isn't really why it was decommissioned. I just said that just to pick on Dean, but it's got catastrophic transmission failure, so it was time to go. But yeah, a little bit of a different ending than what you're all used to, but that's it for this one. As usual, if you like what you saw and heard tonight, like and subscribe, and that's it for this one, kids.
Blur.